Dad, you're terrible. Don't you want us anymore? Don't abandon us.
Dad, are you Judy by any chance?
Yes, I'm borrowing Mom's phone. If you're answering to my texts, does that mean you're not abandoning us yet?
What's wrong with you? I would never abandon you guys.
Then why don't you send us money?
No, really, what are you talking about? I'm sending your mom money every month.
Since you went away for work 6 months ago, you only sent us money for the first 2 months.
That's not true. I sent money to your mom every month. I'm always worried about you and your mom, even when I'm out of town. I'm always a good provider for you.
Then why can't we buy food? I haven't eaten for a week.
What?
I'm starving.
Wait a minute. What's mom doing?
She won't get out of bed because we don't have any money. That's why I haven't eaten for a long time. Dad, help me.
What's going on? Is she sick?
I don't know. She said she can't move.
What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. I actually know why you left us.
What?
I know it's my fault. Mom said you didn't want me because you need to pay the child tax. Mom told me.
There is no such thing as child tax. Even if there is, I would never abandon my precious Judy.
You don't have to lie. Because of me, you have to pay the child tax and you have to go to work far away. I'm sorry, but I'm at my wit's end. Dad, help me.
Judy, listen to me carefully. I send mom $3,000 every month. So there's no way you don't have enough money. Why don't you ask mom? There must be some mistake.
I asked her many times, but she said she didn't get it. Dad, you didn't really send it, did you? I'm sure you're having a hard time too with little money.
I'm sure there's a money transfer record.
I don't understand.
I'm sorry, Judy. I know it's hard for an 8-year-old to understand.
The puppy I got for my birthday is almost dying because I haven't fed him. Will that happen to me?
I won't let that happen. I'll be right there. Just wait for me.
Will you feed me?
Of course I will. I'll let you eat whatever you want. I left work early and drove 4 hours to hurry home. What I saw there was unimaginable. My daughter was scrawny and skinny. When I lifted her in my arms, she was much lighter than I remembered. She had respiratory problems since she was a baby, and she was cyanotic and her face was pale. When I went to the bedroom, I found my wife, who was also skinny and pale, sleeping. When I woke her up, she mumbled for help in a muffled voice. I called an ambulance in tears. They were both hospitalized for malnutrition. How could this have happened? When I got home from the hospital, I got a text from my wife with an unbelievable message. I was even more confused.
I'll make sure you pay us compensation.
What? What are you talking about? Anyway, how are you feeling now?
I've had an IV and I'm feeling much better.
How's Judy?
She's fine. More importantly, are you listening to me?
What do you mean it's my fault? How did you get into this mess in the first place?
It's because you didn't send me the money.
I told Judy I've been sending you $3,000 every month.
Don't lie to me. I haven't received a penny since the 3rd month after you moved out. You're lying about $3,000 so that Judy would be on your side, huh? But too bad. Judy understands that you don't send us money. You may think that an 8-year-old is still a child, but she is at an age where she can understand a lot of things.
But the fact is, I did send money. Do you want to check my bank records?
I know you can forge bank records these days. Don't be ridiculous.
I wouldn't do that. Besides, I'm sure you had savings. Why didn't you use it?
My bank card and credit card were gone. You must have took them.
What's the use of me doing that?
To get rid of us, without getting your own hands dirty, of course.
I would never do such a terrible thing to you two. You're my treasures.
Liar! You just wanted us out of the way so you could be with your girlfriend. It will be much easier if we were all starved out and out of the way.
You know I'm not a guy who would cheat on you. You know me better, Mila. And moreover, how could I do such a terrible thing to starve my precious wife and daughter?
I don't know. Men like you tend to cheat behind the scenes. I see documentaries on criminals, and people would always answer to interviews saying, "Oh, he didn't look like that kind of guy." People are not always what they seem. I'm scared.
You'll just have to trust me on that. I never betrayed my family, and I never will.
You've never come home. You've neglected your family. How can you?
I tried to come home many times, but you wouldn't let me because you said Judy didn't want me to. You were the one who didn't let me.
Can you stop making lame excuses? It doesn't matter what you say now. I know all about your betrayal. I hate you, and Judy hates you too.
Even if Judy hates me, I'd regularly drop you a text, and I was checking how she was doing. You said she was doing fine.
What? When did we exchange texts like that?
I texted you at least once a week, even last week. What? I can't find it.
Maybe you were sending it to the other woman.
That's not true. I did send it to you. Why are the texts gone? You can check the texts on your phone, right?
No. I haven't received a single text from you since you moved out. You're such a jerk, mistakenly sending texts to the other woman and not to your wife.
This can't be true.
Do you know how much you hurt us? I couldn't leave my frail Judy and go out for work. We ran out of money and couldn't afford to buy food, so we lost lots of weight. We even collected coins from streets.
Why didn't you tell me?
I tried to get in touch with you, but you blocked my number.
I didn't, but you don't believe me.
I even thought about asking my parents for help, but I couldn't because I felt too pathetic.
You can't say you're pathetic in a situation like this. Lives are more important.
You don't understand. Living a gracious life on your own. My parents live on pension and barely make ends meet. I can't tell them that I'm dying because my husband left me and we have no money.
But if I didn't hear from Judy today, you guys...
I'm sure we would have been in heaven right now.
Then where the hell did that $3,000 I was sending you go?
I don't know. You must have sent it to the other woman.
No, I definitely sent it to your account. I can see it in my bank record. If you really didn't get it, this is a big problem. I'll check with the bank.
Don't buy any more time. You set all this up, didn't you?
I'm telling you, I didn't.
I will never forgive you. Of course, I'm going to divorce you. You neglected to support us financially and tried to get rid of us. I'm charging you $50,000 as compensation.
$50,000? How can that be?
If we had starved to death, you'd have received the insurance of $200,000. I actually wanted to get the same amount, but that didn't seem possible. I had no choice but to reduce the amount. For Judy's sake, I don't want to get into a long-term dispute over money. So I'll let you go with $50,000.
Wait a minute. I'm sure there must have been a series of misunderstandings that led to this. You guys are the only reason I want to live.
We're not your reason for living. We're the obstacles in your life. The whole neighborhood knows about your financial abuse.
I thought the neighbors were looking at me in a bad way. So that's what this is about.
They're willing to testify against you if I sue you. There's no way you're getting away with this.
I'm being sued by my family for a crime I didn't commit? How is this acceptable? I really cared about you guys. I don't know how I let this happen.
It's all your fault that this happened. I'll take the house too.
The house? This house used to be my parents' house.
What you did was an attempted murder. I'm offering you pardon with money and the house. Or are our lives worth less than the house?
That's not what I'm talking about.
I don't want to see your face, so don't ever come back. If you come near my house, my neighbors will call the police.
Are you really going to divorce me?
Of course I'm divorcing you. I can't stay with a ruthless killer and a cheating bastard.
Then at least let me live with Judy.
Huh? Are you crazy? I know she's going to have to starve again and live a pitiful life with you. I can't give my precious Judy to a loser like you.
Please. If I lose Judy,
You'll regret losing everything. By the way, you might lose your job too.
What do you mean?
I sent divorce papers and a certified letter to your office.
What?
The letter says you're the devil who tried to starve your wife and kid. It's got all the details. You've been pretending to be a good person all this time, but one day your true nature will be revealed. Justice will prevail. It should be in your mailbox tomorrow, so look forward to it.
Oh my God.
Karma. Goodbye forever.
Wait! Hey!
Pay the compensation, you piece of shit. After all this time, you still don't want to pay me?
Are you out of the hospital already?
Yes, I just got home.
What? That's not your house. Get out of there right now.
What are you talking about? You promised us the house.
I didn't. I'll pick up Judy. You go back to your parents' house. You're the worst kind of devil.
What? Did you say you're picking up Judy? You already went back to work, didn't you?
No. I explained the situation to the company, and they put me on paid leave. I'm at the lawyer's office now.
What do you mean? Are you still trying to resist? There's evidence that you abused me financially. I have proof, you know.
Proof? Let's see it.
I have testimony from my neighbors, and my daughter and I were sent to the hospital for malnutrition. This medical certificate will be great evidence too.
You're really amazing. Fasting until you collapse to frame me as the perpetrator. If you had such guts, you could have used them for something better.
What?
After I got sued by you, I desperately wanted to find out how this happened. And I asked your best friend Miranda.
Oh, and?
She told me everything. That you were cheating on me and that you were planning to milk me out of compensation. She told me everything.
How could she? Miranda would never say such a thing. She's on my side.
At first, she tried to cover it up. But when I told her the situation I was in, she felt sorry for me. And she told me everything.
That bitch! How can she betray her best friend?
You're the one who cheated on your friend. She told me that you're doing this as a revenge to me because you found out that I was cheating on you. She was pissed when she found out the truth. She's so angry that you made her have a part in the crime, and she said you're not her friend anymore.
A best friend is always there for you, no matter what the situation. Yeah, I get it. I don't want her in my life. I'm going to cut ties with her. I'm not even going to return the $500 that I borrowed from her.
You're going to have to pay that back. By the way, she also gave me your Twitter account.
Don't tell me. You saw it?
What's this about Mila's happy-go-lucky plan?
Oh no.
What is happy-go-lucky? You are an idiot. I don't think this is appropriate for a grown woman.
Shut up!
Let's see. My idiot husband can't even cheat on me because he's too scared to do it. So I'm going to make up some financial violence to get him to pay me compensation. I'm going to go on a fast for that.
Don't read it!
You're putting your daughter in danger by forcing her to fast? What kind of a mother does that? And posting such a ridiculous thing on social media? Don't you feel any shame?
This is all for Judy's sake. If this plan succeeds, she'll have a handsome new dad. It's way better to live with a good-looking guy, even if you need to put your life in danger, than to keep living with an ugly dad. It's 100 times better.
It can't be better. An 8-year-old girl couldn't eat for days. I can't even imagine how hard it was. Like you said, an 8-year-old girl isn't a child who doesn't know what's going on. I'm sure it wasn't just hunger that tortured her. I'm sure she had a lot on her mind. I can't help but cry.
Judy is my child, and it's none of your business how I treat her.
What the hell do you think life is? If you want to be with the man you cheated on me with, then do whatever you want. Just don't bring Judy into this.
Well, if I simply divorced you, I might not be able to get custody because I'm a housewife. There's no way I can pay child support either. What will people think of a mother not being able to be with her child? I don't want the world to think I have a problem.
I don't know what to say.
Besides, my boyfriend doesn't own a house and he makes less than you. That's why I wanted to get money from you before we break up.
Just for that reason, you fasted until you get that skinny? That's just so absurd.
I asked ChatGPT. Apparently, you can demand compensation for financial abuse with witnesses' testimony. So we needed to be visibly skinny. And it was just as well since I wanted to lose weight.
Judy, with her chronic illness, was in real danger. What were you going to do if something had happened to her?
Then you'd be a murderer. And I'd get the insurance money. Well, I made sure that didn't happen. I let her contact you on my phone at the best timing.
Screw you! I'll never forgive you for making Judy go through all this for your own publicity and money. You even lied to Judy. How hurt she was to be told that her dad left her.
I had to say that in order for me to get custody. I needed her to hate you.
And she thought it was her fault that I left her. How could you tell such an awful lie?
Oh, the child tax, right? Kids are so naive to believe such a lie.
And the texts between you and I that disappeared? You deleted those when I let you use my phone because you said you forgot your phone when we were at the hospital, didn't you?
Yep. Well, it's too late to find that out now. That doesn't change my plan to get compensation from you and marry my boyfriend. I have proof. And I deleted the texts, so you don't have proof. Why don't you just admit defeat, huh?
You still think you can do it? I told you I'm at the lawyer's office. I'm suing you too.
That's impossible. We have eyewitnesses over here.
The neighbors? They're on my side now.
What? That can't be, because I let them see how skinny we were. They've been furious about you. No one would listen to a man who would let his wife and daughter starve to death.
I've cleared up all the misunderstandings among the neighbors and your boyfriend.
What? You met him?
You posted this picture on Twitter. I got his identity right away from there. I had no idea the guy was Judy's homeroom teacher at school.
No way!
You even lied to the guy. He really believed that I was doing terrible things to you. He said he was worried when he saw you guys getting skinnier and skinnier. He tried to give you money and food, but you rejected it, saying that I'd assault you if I found out. That's how you rejected his offer, huh?
That's...
I got hit by that guy. He said, "You're a villain for making Mila and Judy suffer."
Really?
What are you laughing at?
I mean, he was on my side, right? Serves you right. No one believes what a demon like you would say.
No, I told you I cleared up the misunderstanding. He hit me at first, but when I calmed him down and talked to him, he was really pissed off at you.
What?
I told him that you made my daughter fast on purpose to get compensation from me. He was so shocked when he heard that.
He believed you? Not me, but you? Why?
I told him what Miranda had told me and showed him your Twitter posts, and he believed me.
Why is Miranda always getting in my way? I'm going to sell all the games I borrowed.
Give them back to her. I asked him for help clearing up misunderstandings in the neighborhood, and I got him to change schools. He said he's cutting you off.
Oh no! He's blocked my calls. He's not reading my texts either.
So your lawsuit won't work. On the contrary, I'm suing you for defamation.
What's that? When have I defamed you?
Just think about it for a minute. You sent a certified letter to my company with a bunch of lies. And you misled the neighbors. I'm demanding compensation for that.
No! Why would I?
And the $3,000 I've been sending you, I'm getting the half of it back as part of our share of the property. 4 months worth. That's $6,000.
You gave me that money, didn't you? I'm not paying you back.
I gave it to you to make a living. You're saving it as your own money, aren't you?
I was going to spend it on my honeymoon.
And also, I reported you for abusing and neglecting our daughter.
I'd been in the hospital too.
You did that on your own. Oh, and I might be able to charge you with a crime of violence as well. My lawyer told me. And you're going to jail for up to 15 years.
I'm going to jail? Why? I didn't do anything wrong.
My daughter's life was in danger because of you. You deserved it.
But she didn't die after all. And yet I can't believe I'm being sued. I didn't think it would be that big of a deal. I wasn't thinking seriously. Please forgive me.
You'll regret for the rest of your life that you hurt my precious Judy.
I got it. I'll never cheat on you again. I will raise Judy properly.
I don't believe a word you say, you liar. Get out of my house right now. Well, if the police come, they'll force you out anyway.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be arrested.
Being arrested is not enough to punish you, because even if you get caught, they'll still give you food. Judy wasn't even given food.
I said I won't do it anymore. It was just supposed to be a performance.
You'll be in jail, and you can keep posting Mia's happy-go-lucky plan. Well, you may never have a moment where you feel happy. You may never be happy again. Because my daughter was in a very dangerous situation, what Mila did was found to be quite malicious. And she was sentenced to 5 years in jail and $30,000 in compensation for cheating and defamation. With the help of my lawyer, the divorce was finalized. And I was also able to get sole custody of Judy, so I requested $100,000 for child support. Mila's parents have cut off ties with her because she made Judy go through a terrible experience. So after she gets out of prison, Mila will be responsible for paying the child support alone. As for me, I wanted her to be punished more severely, but it can't be helped. The punishment for hurting Judy. I will make her pay for it no matter how many years it takes. I will not let her get away with it until she pays off. I told the company what happened, and they let me work from home since then. When the company received a false certified letter from Mila, no one believed what was on the letter because I was always bragging about my daughter. From now on, in order to heal the wounded daughter's heart, I would like to spend a lot of time with her.